All right. Hello, beautiful souls. So it is a new year, 2025, and I am feeling guided to really take a moment to invite you all to join in your calling to connect with your higher true self, coming into alignment with your light being self, and just kind of go over Akashic Enlightenment and the process that it offers for you. So, Akashic Enlightenment was given to me as a modality to teach to humanity as they are going through their awakening process. Now, I also have a background in Asian medicine, and this also fits into that paradigm, as well as Asian medicine and Akashic Enlightenment, both being forms of shamanic, or you could say spiritual, esoteric healing. So in Asian medicine, we do come to the meridians and the organ systems, but we also work with the 3 elixirs of life, the upper, middle, and lower dantian. And these energy centers also connect to the higher dimensional realms and help us to resource our soul, our spirit's energy, our immortal vitality. And Akashic Enlightenment is working through that system as well as the transpersonal chakras above the head. And these chakras, we do not have a regular practice of connecting to these sacred portals of energy and higher consciousness integrated into our society. We have many religious practices that touch on getting to the spirit world and that knowledge, but they don't really go over the practice of how you do that for yourself, unless you go into maybe more deep spiritual training. So, Akashic Enlightenment was given to me in, 2015, and I wasn't quite sure what they were referring to when it was given to me, meaning that, they said this is going to be for humanity as they are awakening into this new realization of who they are. And now I understand this modality is free of all religious dogma and, all of these other sources, and it puts you in the autonomous seat of, again, remembering how to connect to your true higher divine self. This resources your higher consciousness, which then shifts your DNA, your energy system, your energy bodies, your consciousness, accessing higher abilities, all of it. And so Akashic Enlightenment has developed over the last 10 years. Okay, it's 2025, and I have now a full program for Akashic Enlightenment going from levels 1 to level 10. And levels 1 through 3 are really for those who are getting to know first the Akashic records and understanding how to work in Akashic Enlightenment, doing some core wound healing, learning how to create questions that give you deep knowledge and healing, and the mastery of learning how to do that, and then also connecting to your higher self-enlightenment or self-realization. Those were the deeper classes that I gained access to by going to the Golden Lotus Temple and meditation gardens in Encinitas, where Yogananda used to teach. So those are all levels 1 and 2, and level 3 brings you into the Elohim Light Keeper frequencies, helping you to become a light keeper. And this is where you start to connect with the Elohim and receiving higher knowledge, not just by asking questions in Akashic Enlightenment, but receiving it through your now open higher divine channels as a frequency. And the frequency teaches you much more quickly than asking a question and receiving the answer. You could almost say it's coming into just a higher knowing, and it's purely bypassing the ego because you don't have to ask a question and then get the answer, which your ego may backlash to in the moment. So then we get into levels 4 through 9. And this is where we do the Elohim Lightkeeper attunements. And there's different titles for each of the levels. But basically, you're downloading these higher frequencies of higher knowledge and understanding of who you are. And you're opening up this higher dimensional map of higher consciousness, learning to navigate through it. So this could be compared to when you do shamanic journey. You start to access what is considered your upper or your lower world. And as you do that, you're developing deeper consciousness and understanding of different aspects of yourself through your spiritual teacher teaching you those things, the knowledge that comes in with your questions. So you could say this is an expanded and accelerated process that's already pre-prescribed around a certain intention, attuning you to certain levels of consciousness. So as we build this map of higher consciousness, by the time you get to level 10, you have more or less, an expanded consciousness database to work with. When you go into level 10, Akashic Enlightenment, which is coming into mirror consciousness, learning to be one who walks in light. And this means that you're able to see yourself and another in a present moment. And what starts to happen when you get to level 10 is you have the option to do sessions with clients if you want to become a practitioner, or you can just go ahead and do these sessions with just the mentoring sessions to work with your daily life, your relationships, your career, how you're managing your daily habits. And we will do a mentor session every month to help you come into the mirror consciousness of your true self. And what happens is the world around you starts to bring in exactly the answer that you need. It's usually through a person, right? They will give you the answer. If you're doing personal sessions with people, then you will end up doing readings or Akashic Enlightenment sessions. I don't like calling them readings because they're past just a reading. There's a consciousness download that is coming in, pointing to enlightenment, right? You're both becoming more enlightened. And the client's going to come to you with usually something that you are working on. Okay? So this is usually happening in our daily life anyway, whether we're conscious of it or not. And this just puts you into that direct frequency of being very aware of the process that's taking place and participating in it instead of being pushed around with it. And this allows you to then accelerate the awakening process because you're aware of what's going on and you're present with it. So level 10 is a 2-year program where we meet each month and we do a mentor session going over your daily life or the 10 sessions that you did with clients or friends or family or whoever that is for you. And it is a very miraculous program. I've been very, very amazed at the mentoring sessions, but you really need to do the work to work up to doing that because you're really starting to do the deeper dissolving of the ego and coming into that true higher alignment with your true self and becoming a very peaceful, aligned, present, conscious being in our society, which is what we need more and more and more of. So, that is what Akashic Enlightenment is directly offering you. And in addition to that, if you want to be the practitioner, then it is required that you do the Aqualorian crystal and light healing levels 1 through 7. And these primarily work with the 3 Dantian, the elixirs that I was talking about, because they really start to work on the energy bodies, working more with physical healing as well as higher consciousness. And these energy systems are what are actually used in very ancient esoteric Asian medicine practices for vitality and maintaining higher enlightenment consciousness. So the Aqualorian crystal and light healing, yes, it is connecting through a higher interdimensional being that I met in Mount Shasta, the Aqualorians, but they are basically giving us the gift of the crystal and light healing, which is the focus of those teachings. Not so much them as it is the crystal and light healing and the benefits that it brings to us as humanity in our awakening and healing process. So that will go with the practitioner training if you want to continue practicing with others. Of course, you're totally welcome to do those trainings outside of doing the Akashic Enlightenment training as well. And even if you're just doing the mentor sessions for your personal self, you can still do the Aqualorian crystal and light healing for yourself, even if you're not practicing on anybody else. So that is, I'd say, the core practices of what I offer. And there's a lot of other little add-on trainings and attunements for higher downloads of different consciousness intentions to accelerate your awareness and presence and coming into your higher being self and living from that place. All right, I hope this introduction helps you and it finds all of you who feel called to this. You will know who you are. If you have a little bit of an uncertainty, I recommend just signing up for an Akashic Enlightenment personal session, and we will take a look at what exactly you are being called to. All right, sending you all so much love and light, and welcome to our 20 years of Pluto in Aquarius with 2025. Bye for now.